Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Quickie Shireen TV. I am Shireen, founder of AwakenTheRebel.com, and what I help people to do best is to stop settling for less and live a badass life. So, it's amazing because, a lot of you guys may know me, some of you may not, but I started out kind of in stand-up comedy. That was like the beginning to my stop settling for less. I was like, I'm not going to do what everybody wants me to do. I'm going to do this crazy thing called comedy, and it was like this big adventure. And I remember really hating that people used comedy as therapy, like thinking that was lame. Like, dude, I don't want you to get up there on stage, like tell me about like every horrible date you ever went on or like all your problems. Like, I don't care. This is not freaking therapy. This is you're entertaining me. So I don't want to hear it. So I had like this like aversion to that idea that comedy is therapy. Then I did comedy for 2 years. It was great. Ditched it. Moved on to I'm a life coach. And in the life coach world, I remember having this like crisis, like this is so weird. I'm like shedding that like cynical, funny part of myself, stepping into this like Zen, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want to do. You can have whatever you want to have. You can be whatever you want to be. And it just was like a completely different energy from like bitching about what I'm disgruntled about and using it as therapy to really just like breathing through it and letting it go and like reforming my mind and learning lessons and having gratitude. So just totally different. So I always had like a little mini crisis, like which one is the truth? Like they're so different, Lately, after I started Awaken the Rebel and started doing all this cool stuff, I decided there's so many people that I know that really want to do stand-up comedy, but don't have the balls to do it or are scared or don't have a stage to get on or whatever. So I'm teamed up with Jackie Fabulous. If you guys know, she's amazing. She's a headliner. She just finished doing a spot on Arsenio Hall, so she's been doing a lot of cool TV stuff and consults for the OWN network, and she's kind of a big deal. But anyway, we've teamed up and we're starting this stand-up comedy class, and I really have been thinking like, you know what, we're basically teaching 6 weeks where we help people create the material, like move through blocks, and then it ends with a live performance. So when I think about the live performance, like she's a headliner and I'm going to host. So I've been thinking about, I probably won't write any jokes because I don't really want to write any jokes. I'll just use my old stuff, keep it easy, whatever. But here's what's funny. I just got, so funny. Like I have so much. Normally when I talk about stuff, I'm like all zen about it and I can then like facilitate really good information. But right now I'm just like super still in frustration because I just got put on jury duty. And it's really interesting because, my whole company, my whole movement is called Awaken the Rebel. Like I don't really adhere to rules. I don't really adhere to like structure, formalities. Like I'm just not into that stuff. I'm very much into like the spirit of things and like staying true to the heart and just being real. Oh my goodness. And I'm still a citizen of the United States of America, and I got summoned to jury duty, and shockingly, I don't know why, but they decided to pick me. And so now, with running a business and teaming up with Upriser and planning a wedding, and just like my whole life is so intense right now, I have to do jury duty. So this like literally puts me in a position where I have to be sitting in a courtroom from 9 to 5 listening to people talk about every meticulous detail of every meticulous thing about something that makes me want to shoot myself because I don't want to be there in the first place. So it's like, what is a girl to do in this position? Like, I've really adhered to this life coach mentality of like, you can have what you want, you can be where you want, you can create the freedom you want, and I truly have created the most amazing amount of freedom in my life. I'm extremely happy in my career. I never feel boxed in. I forgot what it was freaking like. Because like back when I did comedy, I was like working 9 to 5 and I was really freaking miserable. So I had a lot of angst to get out on stage and be like, this is some bullshit. And it was hilarious and it was great. That has changed. Although jury duty is reminding me what it is like. So, anyway, the silver lining of this freaking story is that this is my little learning moment. Like jury duty has reminded me and taught me that, you know what, if there are things, if the life coach and the zen and the breathing through it isn't working, okay, and you don't have a freaking choice because you're going to be in contempt of court if you leave this bitch, if that's the case, and you do have to be where you don't want to be for the time being, there's basically energy and caught up emotion that you're just like, I leave the court and I get in my car and I like crank up the radio and I want to like put my top down and I just blow off steam. Like if I was still a cigarette smoker like I used to be, I'd probably be smoking cigarettes because I just feel confined and like I have all this bottled up energy. Like I'm just, okay. So if you have that, you either go, zen, I'm going to like figure out a way to release it and do yoga and like cry it out, life coach style. Or you take this frustration and you take this angst and you figure out like a way, like comedy, to channel it and laugh about it. Like irritation is funny. And so what you're doing is you're like blowing off steam, and you are doing a little bit of therapy, and it's freaking funny. So you get to like entertain yourself, you get to work through things you're really freaking irritated about, and you get to make other people laugh, which like releases dopamine and all kinds of good drugs in their mind that makes them heal and raise their immune system and be happier as well. So that's truly the win-win. So anyway, all this little quickie Shireen TV to say, I now am realizing why it is good that comedy is therapy. And of course, you know, I now have a little more value on this class that I'm offering. You know, if comedy is something you ever wanted to do, definitely holler at me at Shireen@awakentherebel.com, because I'll help you get on stage. I'll help you make it happen. And if not, I hope you now just realize that laughter is amazing, even if it comes through irritation, because it's still good for your body. And that is the end of this little Shireen TV. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.